get you a link. Get everybody else the link out here.
Yeah, so many things have happened since the last time.
I'm glad you watched the full live stream because I sure as shit didn't. I watched for like 10 minutes, long enough to figure out we weren't getting the full Blossom, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to playing my PS5 now. I'll leave this to rest of you folks, and you'll just fill me in on all this fun stuff, and you know, everything dropped. You got Malcolm stuff. You've got Dragon Quest 8 in Japan coming out this month. It's like, what the hell? Or next month, rather. I don't know. It's crazy.
It's just so much, and it's good. Um, Having so much content to talk about and look forward to, because of course, for a lot of people, Dragon Quest Eight was their favorite, so they're gonna be dropping big bucks when the event comes out, because it looks like there's gonna be a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, I mean they snuck the new pity system in there too, which well, if they had the new pity system, you would have had two overkilling machines set up instead of one.
Yeah, exactly. They put that just after the killing overkilling machine thing expires, which really sucks. But I think I would have been even more bothered if they somehow put it in just before it expired. So that way I'd be like, fuck, if I waited, I could have got it. But yeah, it was a no-win situation because apart from this banner right here, there's no other banner even now in JP that guarantees this guy. So then I needed to make sure I had him. So it just sucks. One piece of good news, at least for me, from what I understand, we may be like 2 months away from Dragonfest, which means I have a time to gather up a lot more gems to maybe hit the 45k pity system, depending on how many gems we earn in that time. Because, yeah, I think because we got Dragon Quest 7 and then we got the Sakura Blossom event. And then we might even have the Christmas event after that. So
Now, did
we're
you
looking at
have to spend any money on that? I thought you spent some.
yeah. So what happened? Because you got a half rate, but not fully right. So the pull I showed was because I was rushed, right? So like that was before I did any part of that event. So after that, the 1,000 gems came in from the MIDI medals, the story gems came in, but even the campaign gems came in. But even with all that, I was still like uh 15 or 1,400 short. So I used up those paid gems, but I already had them. So I didn't need to fill up at that point, but now I will have to refill when pulling on Dimension Dragon. So I'd say Mad Guru still cost me like $20 or something. So
So you would say "fuck that guy" is essentially the consensus there, because he kind of like he got your guard down. He's like, it's gonna be a minute, and then next thing you know, I could drop 10k gems here. It's okay.
but that like I don't know, he's a nice guy and he didn't do it intentionally, but it really puts new perspective into like really the YouTubers here just know just as much as we do. And the fact that Dragon Quest Seven came before Dragon Fest here in global, and the fact that Blossoming came so soon, like nobody could have predicted this. And so,
I I did say blossoming would be September October. I've been calling that. I got that one right at least.
yeah, That is good. But no, yeah, he's a nice guy. He like I guess you could say he cost me $20, but at the same time I was like too relaxed because so initially I spent my tact tickets and I did a 10 pull for Seraphy with the tact. I got another Claude, and then I did a 3,000 gem pull, and then I got another Claude to get him fully awakened. So the funny thing is, if I had stopped there, I still would have had enough easily um, to what do you call it, to pull on the OKM battering and get the pity no problem. But my dumbass being so relaxed, I'm like, oh, I did the math. If it's coming next month, I might as well just for fun put 6,000 towards Malroth. So that was my biggest mistake. I didn't even get the 8 for that banner. I just like, oh, for fun, I'll try 6,000 on Malroth. So I was a little bit
Fuck.
a little bit too much leisure with my gems after saving so hard. I'm like, oh yeah, Mad Guru's right. We still got another month. And to be fair, in Japan, the Sakura Blossom event did happen before the Overkilling Machine. I'm pretty sure. So it's yeah. If anything, it's just a lesson, like to me and everyone out there. The stuff between here and Japan can be fairly unpredictable. Like no one can really know what's coming next until it's officially announced.
I have been saying we have our own timeline here. That's just one thing. It's like people throw out, this, and this could happen, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna wait and see. I mean, I'll give you some generalized predictions, what I think for features, but banners are up in the fucking air. They could throw banners at you whenever. What that whole Dread Dragon thing made me realize that when we never got Dread Dragon at one point, and then this motherfucker just drops out of nowhere. It's like, well, they can do that. So that made me realize that if I don't know why they do it that way. I don't know if it's sales metrics. I don't know what it is in that regard. If they were just using him as filler there, but it's weird because they can just they have the numbers for JP and they're like, well, let's try things a little bit differently here. And now we're getting quality of life changes that Japan got. I mean, we may even get guilds fairly quickly here too. So and people were saying a while ago, well, guilds would never happen. We never have any ability to get those. That's crazy. And here we are. Japan's got guilds now, and that's and they've got some real purpose to them, and there's some stuff there. But I don't know what the capacity is on them. So there's stuff I need to learn about them because I'm interested if there's capacity for them. Because again, if you can only stuff 30 people into a guild, and we've got like the Discord community has like 200 something people, and we still have at least half of them playing the game, it's like, what do you do at that point? So I'm hoping there isn't a capacity issue.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the comments too. Yeah, Jacob's mentioning Dragon Quest 8. It's going to be a pretty loaded podcast. We'll talk about that soon as well. Drew's saying that my volume's at 8, your volume's at 3.
Let
I
me
think we
fix
had that
that.
problem before.
Let me get that adjusted. Hold on here. Let's see. I can fix that. Okay, say something now, Trop.
Testing.
Cool. There we go. Should be evened out now. Thank you for that, Drew. I had to fix that too. It's been a minute. Been a minute since we've done this, so it's like there's some settings here that needed to be remodified because my ass has been playing Lost Judgment for like the last 4 days. I've been paying attention to anything.
Yeah, it's good to get that feedback. Definitely while the stream is going, rather than getting it on the
It's
VOD.
like, oh, by the way, you guys totally fucked up that entire podcast. Tropical was super loud and Kage was a fucking mouse. I don't do it on purpose, Pack. I really don't. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I mean, I saw Dragon Quest 8. I mean, it's getting a bunch of hero characters. That we'll talk more about that later. But so skill blossoming. You watched the whole podcast. You suffered through Malcolm's whole thing. Did you learn anything on the blossoming? Are we getting more than just the 12 units, or was my hunch correct?
Oh man, I can't take all the credit. I probably watched like half of it, but then at one point I saw he was doing the battle road, and he was going to be determined to do all seven of them. So that's kind of when I dipped. Like
Fuck.
I watched a bit of it. From what I understand, he didn't even tell us. He just showed the Metal Dragon one, which is pretty cool, seeing kind of how it will work. And then I assume just some JP knowledge that I remember. So we're getting Metal Dragon, we're getting Great Dragon for the S ranks in the first one, and
Oh, Jacob makes a good point. So we could have more unlocked. I just assumed that we weren't getting more than the original 12, but I remember he didn't even have the units ranked up except Metal Dragon, so I don't know what we're getting. Shit. Good point, Jacob. Good
oh,
point.
what do you mean?
Well, when Malcolm was showing off his units in the box, he only had Metal Dragon ranked up. Everything else was S1. And Jacob's saying you need to be at least rank 3 to get Blossoming. So there could be more than the 12. I just went off that. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. That's a really good point, actually. That's not good at all. So maybe we are getting more than the original 12. It's just, he was on some weird test account from what I saw, and I was like, you know what? My options are to sit here and listen to this, or go back and play PS5. So I took the gentleman's road, folks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if he did the best job. Didn't really answer too many questions from what I saw. I guess the event at the end where we voted on doors was kind of nice, where we got three out of the five prizes. We missed out on golden irises, but we got gems, stamina herbs, and
Wait, you guys fucked
fucking.
up and missed prizes? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? I trusted you. I trusted you folks to get everything. I wasn't going to get my hands dirty.
Although there's like five doors you can pick. He only lets you pick three of them though. So we missed out
Oh.
on gold and iris, which some people were pissed off missing out on the iris. But we got five uh, trick witch Gretzel tickets, 600 gems, and some stamina herbs. So I'd say we did pretty good.
Are we actually going to get those tickets before the banner ends? Like, how much. Now you got me looking to see when the banner fucking ends. Because that's like. What, what's today? Like the 25th? What's. Today's the 26th. The
Could
banner
you imagine if we got
ends.
those fucking tickets after the banner?
Yes! Yeah, actually, yes, I could. I could imagine. Oh, I actually have one I need to do. Let me pull one here real quick. Let's see what we get. I still don't have Valencia or the rank A, so if I get either of those, that's a win. And I still don't have them with that one ticket. Fuck you, game.
Yeah, so I mean, those five more chances for you to get it. So the
Yeah, yeah.
community kind of came through.
I'll give it a go later. But yeah, I haven't spent it all. I'm down this week because I got the new phone for myself and the wife and the game, and it's just like, yeah, I've got a bunch of paid banners sitting there that I could do in theory, but they're gonna be sitting there. Although, what's your take on Valencia having three fucking paid banners? Like, why does she get three paid banners, but like Kargon doesn't get three paid banners, or Malroth, or why did they do that for her?
Dude, this is a really good lead up to this because I actually wanted to. I was talking with Fob earlier on this, and I actually wanted to bring this up because it makes perfect sense to me if you really think about it, and it has to do with greed. Why this new witch that almost nobody wants gets three paid, and the new countdown banner, which in my opinion was terrible value because it has no featured units and it's a complete gamble, that also has three. But I bet you they're not going to do three on things like Dimension Dragon and stuff like that. It makes sense to boost sales because these are, at least in my opinion, considered less desirable banners. What we know and just through the global player base. So it's like, if we can have a chance to make these guys, spend 80, $90 on this banner, let's fucking do it.
I mean, I
That's
would have
that's
done
my
it. I
take.
mean, it's a win to me because I like having the rainbow tickets for the orbs, although those are starting to get phased out slowly.
But that's still not a very cheap way to get the orbs if you think about it. But
Oh no,
yeah,
it's
I mean,
it's
I
not
can
cheap at
see what you're
all,
saying.
but it's a guaranteed. So it's either you're getting an upgrade, you're getting something new, or you're getting at least a token towards an orb. So it's not bad as opposed to, you did 90k gems. How many S ranks did you think you hit out of, all those pulls?
Including the pity, I hit 18.
So it was 18. So you did the full pity. You hit 18. Three of those were guaranteed, so technically 15.
Yeah, that's fair.
So out of 900 units, only 15 of them were extra. I'll take that paid banner all fucking day. I'll take that paid banner all day, please. That's
Well,
I mean, you definitely hit on the low end. I've done a full pity and I've gotten like 30, 35, but I don't know. That was before they started doing. I don't know. I feel like the rates have been a little bit weird lately.
yeah, you got 30 or 35 S units on a pity. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly junk, but
Yeah, because at a certain point, luckily for me, the majority of them were more awakenings, which I guess, at some point will be useful. Um, the metal dragon one will be useful pretty quick here. I got from 0 to 3 metal dragons. That's probably one of my only wins in that miss, but
I mean, it paid
oh,
off for me. I mean, it won me arena this week. I mean,
what did?
having all those extra S units, those dragons, like having
Oh,
Royal
yeah,
Reptile to S rank, Max Awakened was a fucking win.
yeah.
People are like, oh, he's awful. Don't use him. He's not going to hit anything. Uh, he's within striking distance for most times when people were starting. So Royal Reptile would get his hit in, and then he'd get a second hit in. And, he either got one or two hits in, and he was just one hit KOing everything for the most part. He just went to town on people. It was great. Like, this glitch was stupid. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's perplexing. It's very confusing how they let that slide. I'm cool with it because I finally benefit for once. You know how many times I've lost like ranks and tokens from APK users and all this shit. Well, I took you motherfuckers to the cleaner this week. I didn't spend $1 extra. I was like, yay.
That's actually pretty fucking funny. Is that you yourself abused the glitch to the max, and you're still gonna get compensation for the glitch.
Damn
That's hilarious.
right. Damn right. I'm gonna get compensated. I'm gonna get compensated for having to ruin my experience. All right. I got rank one, and it cheapened my experience. You cheapened my win, so you better well pay me, motherfuckers.
Exactly,
They're gonna
yeah,
have to
man.
put an asterisk next to my name. It's like, oh, you got rank one, but you got it on the Bug Dragon week. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's fucking magical. So I'll take my compensation. Thank you.
Exactly, yeah. Just fucking casual 40% to everything on turn two. It seems like intended.
I mean, Shark Eye helped me. Shark Eye was like the reason why I won. Like, because I don't do my matches early on. I like wait to do them. And he was like, "Yeah, this Halberd Source just beat me up on like turn four. I couldn't kill him." Like, wait a second. You're telling me the bonus is like cumulative this time around? Okay, I'll build the team around that. I'll build the team around that. So it's just like, hey, here we go.
So Sharkai made a sacrifice for you. That's
Yeah, he
noble of him.
definitely he won me this week because I was like, well, I'll just get all dragons in, and then I'll put in the one unit that dragons hate the most, and that's Zoma, and it's a win.
It is good, and now I can say that I'm doing the podcast with the King of Arena.
Yeah, yeah. I got a perfect week, and I only really well, I only had to think on like four matches. Like there was four matches where I had to really think, and it was two I did on stream, and then there was like two day three where the difficulty gets bumped up, where they try and eliminate you, like where the spike gets really stupid. And then other than that, it was pretty much just face roll, just smash everybody. Royal Reptiles going in hitting for like 1K, 1700 all over the place, and Bareil's coming in and cleaning up units turn two, and Black Dragon's taking out Ragnar's left and right. It's just nobody was safe.
That seems like a fun week, but I mean, it seems like you went through a lot of trauma this week, so it's good that they're compensating you. You know, it's
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like I couldn't mess up. They made it to
like
where I had to play perfect.
like I think to a lot of us now your new nickname will be like Kage, Mother of Dragons.
Well, I have the best dragon CP, so I might as well win the fucking week.
You know, Mother of Dragon wins Dragon CP.
I was thinking about using Dread Dragon, but I was like, no, no. So I mean, the only dragons I brought in were, who did I bring in again? I brought in Halberd, I brought in Black Dragon, Bereal, and what was the last one? Royal Reptile, and then of course Zelma got to round out the team.
Yeah.
So he took out all the dragons. Like if anybody brought in, because everybody uses Halberd, so he just busted up Halberd, and our guys were all quicker because I have all the mastery. I have an edge on everybody, and I purposely slowed Royal Reptile so that if he needed to go later, he could. Ah, good times.
I think Exalted got the reference, but he doesn't seem to like the show.
Oh, yeah, I don't watch Game of Thrones. I'll play the game, but I'm not gonna. Well, I'm gonna play the game that they're making based off of it, the Elden Ring game, whenever the fuck that hits.
Oh, okay. So when I said Mother of Dragons, you probably didn't even know what I was talking
No, I just thought you were a weirdo. It's like, why can't you just call me the Dragon Lord, you fucking asshole?
about. No, it was something based off that show, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't watch HBO and I don't read, so that's two for two.
So they're a bit of a disadvantage here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not trying to make those kind of jokes.
You can. Somebody got him. That's okay.
Well, we can just call Kage True Dragon Lord form for this week.
Yeah, true form Lord Dragon or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
Oh, I still haven't done my matches for this week. That's what's fully unrestricted. I hate those. Because there's no advantage. I don't have any advantage over people. They just bring their A game and I bring my A game, and I usually end up with a B game at that point.
Do you still play on Lolliot's account at all, or have you kind of given up on that?
Nah, my wife
For
doesn't really. I mean, she's been busy with work, so it's been collecting dust. We were gonna let Shane's use it, where we're doing a test where we were gonna have him use my wife's account, and then move him over to it. And he failed that test miserably. He's like, I don't want to play on this. So I was like, okay, fuck you, kid.
He's so picky. He's so picky. He
Thanks,
he probably
Beck.
wants something like Alti's account or something.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does, and I bet he wants a pony too, and all this other shit. But I mean, yeah, we're getting everything in the kitchen sink. So we're getting the better pity. We're getting quality of life changes. Ah, shit. I mean, they're throwing everything at us, so it's good, and the game's not going to die, even though another Dragon Quest game's coming out in 3 days. So that's a bonus.
Yeah, and I don't think Die is going to do much to hurt us. Like I played that game when the beta came out just for a little bit. I don't even think I lasted a day. I mean it's some people's type of game, but I don't know. It was weird, and I heard weapon gotchas are the worst. Like gambling for weapons just seems even more miserable than gambling for units.
I'll I'll give it a try, but I mean, realistically, this game in itself has it's got more of a foundation and it's got more of a life to it, because when the anime goes, there's only so much you can do for that game at that point. It's like, what are you going to really do to expand upon that universe? I mean, that's rough. I mean, I don't know how many more episodes of the anime they have left, but it's one of those things where, I mean, after a while, I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, they're not like they're just very, very condensed. Like, are they going to move on to other Dragon Quest games at that point and not make it really about Die, or are they going to pick it up for like a new season and expand on the story afterwards to try and keep it going? I mean, we'll see. Drew says they're going to add like non-Die characters to it, so I mean, for us, we could get away with it. We could be like, well, you know what? We could add Die characters in. If they were to add like Miss Vernon or some of the other villains, I'd be cool with it. I'd be cool with having those characters in the game. That'd be awesome. I wouldn't mind having like a crossover where we gave them some of our characters and we got some of theirs for some units and things of that nature. That'd be great. I Having a good mage like Miss Vernon would be great. I mean, there's all sorts of good characters we could pull from there.
Yeah, I think it's like Drew said, we could potentially get any character from any of the Dragon Quest games. So we're just open to a lot of stuff. Like I could see a long life for this game. It's definitely already surpassed Dragon Quest of the Stars, right? So that's already a good sign. So people are comparing it. We've surpassed that, and with 2.0, I don't see it. I see it trending in a positive direction for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember
And
how long their game lasted for. I know it died after like an anniversary or something. It's like, happy anniversary. By the way, we're shutting you guys down. You can get 30 days of refunds. Take care. It's like, oh, jeez. What's up, A? I'm like, that's a messed up way of doing things. Like, here you guys go. Thanks for all your continued support. Now go play Dragon Quest Tech.
yeah, go spend money over there. So,
Yeah, stop playing this game. It's dead.
yeah, and big news on the Japan side too. Now we're waiting. I don't know how many months for Dragon Quest 8, but at least we know it's coming, and they are gonna make. They're probably even more excited than we are to release that event because they're gonna make a record amounts of profit. Like I've already seen how many good banners they have on that thing. Like they're gonna make the big money.
I saw a couple of them. I don't know. Are we getting Dolmagus as well by any chance as
I
a
think
unit?
so.
Okay, cool. Because I'd pull for him. He was one of my better villains I like. So he was pretty fucking cool. I'd grab him. He'd be a good caster. And I mean, we're still waiting on. So they're probably just gonna go through every Dragon Quest game. They're gonna go through all the main ones, and then maybe they'll do some side games afterwards. But they're at the pacing they're going. They've got at least another year or two of content before they really start having to scrape the barrel for ideas. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's those, they can always release new units like they do on the seasonal events. There can be a fest for any type of family. Like they've got at least, yeah, I'd say 2 more years of content covered, and then, if they're still doing good, then they'll get creative to go from there. See what else they can do.
And then of course they could always pull from Dragon Quest X. They've got tons of units in that game because that game's still going. It's never made it to the West, but that game is still going. And yeah, probably those two would be solid. That makes sense, Drew. Dolmagus and Rapthorn. That makes the most sense. Maybe they'll throw in Angelus's evil brother or something too, or as an extra one, but we'll see.
This killing machine thing in the background reminds me of how ridiculously lucky I got with the first killing machine and how ridiculously unlucky I got with the second one.
Oh, so you didn't have to pay 90K to get Killing Machine?
No, I literally fucking probably got killing machine and 10K free gems, like almost max Waken, and then some random celebration countdown event gave me like fucking
So how
dude.
many months did you have to save to get all those gems to pull on that unit?
On over killing machine.
Yeah.
So okay, like I'll say, as funny as it is, like as funny of a meme as it is, I can't act like a complete victim because sure, I've been saving for 7 months, but I've gotten ridiculously lucky in that time. Like I've gotten Zoma with free tickets. I eventually got Sorrow, not when he was released, but from some other event with free tickets. And now in this countdown event that just passed, I got weakened, luckily enough. So I'm using him in the arena this week for the first time. I got a Stark off of one paid banner. I got Dragon Lord True Form Fully Awakened for free. So I've definitely had my luck in this game. It's just um sure like I spent 7 months worth of uh saved gems and I don't have much to show for it, but my luck in the beginning was pretty phenomenal. Like I was on the arena leaderboard since week one. I was always pulling pretty strong units, and your luck's got to round out eventually, right? And even
Yep,
with Claude, I got Claude Max Awaken. Like I didn't get Seraphie, but I got Claude Max Awaken probably in like 50 or so pulls, like 5 multis. So
I got Black
it's like
Dragon awakened pretty easy, and then at Estark I got my one copy of him and pull and did like crystals for a dupe. Like, uh, mind you, Black Dragon has been useful for me. He's helped me on 3 arena weeks now where I've done pretty well with him, so I can't complain in that regards. But it's like, huh? I mean, could have used a couple more Estarks before I max awaken the A rank, but I mean it is what it is, I guess.
yeah, and it's like we both kind of have a sad story now. It's me and Overkilling Machine, and then man, you you got screwed by Seraphie and her pet. Like for the amount you pulled, the
Fucking bitch.
copies you got of
You
either
know,
of
I
them.
almost got the pity. I almost did. And then I was like, oh, okay, I can go to pity and get another one, but I don't want to spend any more money now. It's like, nope, just, nope, not doing it. I'm like, fuck this. No. No, 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 no. Because, I mean, shit, my phones fucking cost a lot this month. I mean, I got myself at 13, the wife at 13. I got that new game, so it's, even this month, I've got like 8 paid banners I could do, and it's just not happening. It's like, well, I've got some money I could spend on this, but no, no, we're not. No, we're not doing that. Nope, Apple got most of it. So sorry, Square Enix.
Yeah, I was actually debating buying the Galaxy Fold 3, which is really expensive, but upon some reviews, I see that they're not completely perfect, so I might wait for the Fold 4
I wouldn't
until
fuck
I
with
dip in
anything
back
that
in.
folds. I don't look. It's technology. It's like with water with these fucking things. They're not really meant to be submerged in water. I don't think these things are meant to be folded around like they're fucking transformers either. Just get a normal phone.
I mean, I could have a phone and a tablet all in the same thing. It sounds tempting. It's only like
Or
2,000 bucks.
you can get both of those things, pay less than $2,000, and know that both products work.
I mean, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
kind of what I
yeah,
got
yeah,
right
just
now.
yeah, yeah. You can get a cheap tablet, something decent, couple $100. Phone, you can get that for, you know, the older models are always knocked down in price. Or you can pay $2,000 for this piece of shit that's going to blow up on you in 3 months.
Yeah, I'm skeptical about buying that because it's still fairly new technology. Like I'd like them to go release another iteration before I'd be.
So now I'm confused with the skill blossoming thing because I went off the assumption that we're only getting the original units because I just assumed what Malcolm was showing is, oh well, only Metal Dragon was able to be blossomed. Now I don't know what to think. Like, do you really think we're going to get more than just the original 12 with how they're throwing content out? Or, I mean, could we really go into this next month and just be overwhelmed by 50 some odd units that can be blossomed?
I mean, that wouldn't completely surprise me, but I just don't think so. But it really depends because if you think about it, they're downloading 2.0 and they're downloading the recent 2.0. So with all those changes, I would be ecstatic if we got. I don't think it's happening, but if we got Dragon or True Form as one of the blooms too, dude, I would just be. It would just be insane
I
because
want
I'd have to focus
Baramos. Like,
on.
I Baramos with an extra movement? Fuck yes, please give me that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that that's going to happen. It's going to overwhelm people, but I mean, to be fair, this game always overwhelms people. It's good if you can manage your resources and make choices, right? If 50 units come at once, you can't bloom them all, so just bloom your favorite one, and
Well, I'm
it'll
underwhelmed
keep.
right now. I've been bored lately. I just kind of get on, do the what's it called? The things for the tokens. Was doing my arena, trying for a couple irises, and then I just put the game down. It's like, yeah, I'll go do something else. So please overwhelm me, please. Give me something to do. Keep me entertained.
Exactly. Yeah. I honestly like. I would be really happy if they did them all at once because people will just pick who they want to pick, and then we'll just see so much variety because you can only do like one or two S ranks a month. So what everyone's going to have bloomed is completely different and completely up to preference, and we're just going to see some damn good variety.
Especially in arena. That's, I
Yeah.
mean, man, could you imagine how arena would play out with that many choices for skill blossoming and you think you go into it and you've got a good chance of winning. You're like, okay, I've seen this team composition before, no problem. Now it's like, well, does this guy have this Dark Lord? Does he have him Blossom? Does he have True Lord Blossom? Does he have this guy Blossom? Like, what's going to happen now? And shit, that's going to be a lot harder to. Well, might not be harder to rank one because people will be making a lot more mistakes. It's kind of like that. What was it? The one week where we had only A's and everybody messed up, and I still squeezed into rank 10 with like 124 scores and everything.
Yeah, the first one, I definitely got it a lot tougher the second one.
Oh, Exalted brings up a good point that passportless users will be in for a rough month. Well, here's the thing: if you can't even put $5 into this game, I don't feel bad for you because $5. I mean, people put more money into Starbucks in a week than they do putting $5 into this game. Like if you're spending the amount of if you've been a day one player and you haven't been using Passport and you've put this much time and energy into it, it would have taken you what we're into like month 8 right now, right? So it would have taken you $40 in tax from the start to now. If you couldn't scrape by $40 in that amount of time, you probably shouldn't be playing this game. That's not a popular opinion, but $40 between now and then was a lot of money. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I've spent more money on fucking console games in one go. Shit. So
Uh,
if you're playing this game, you've been playing this game for months. Get the fucking passport. If you can't get the passport for some reason, if you don't have like a credit card or something, uh, you're either on Apple or Google. Go to your local 7-Eleven, go someplace, buy a $10 or $15 card, put it on your account, and just charge up that way. And if it's principal, well, to be honest, I mean, in terms of principle, you probably shouldn't even be playing a free to play game out of principle because these games are a trap and they're out to get your money. And if they're not getting your money, they're getting your time, and they've got you that way. So it's like, if you enjoy playing the game, fucking spend some money on it. If you don't enjoy the game, why the fuck are you still playing the game? I don't get that. That's like it being like a battered wife being into a pretty rough situation with somebody. Well, I'm just gonna let this game keep beating me. Even Oink was like, I'm done. He got a couple of Dread Dragon punches to the jaw, and he's like, I'm out, guys. I'll see you later. God bless his
uh,
heart.
let me see. I'm trying to see where I kind of stand on that. It's tougher for me because I do have a soft spot slash bias towards Celery. He's part of like our Arena podcast crew. He definitely is doing free to play now. Like he could easily do the passport, but he wants to at least get first place in arena before he does. And I feel bad for the guy because during Sis week he got second place, 4 points away from perfect. This week he got fifth place, 4 points away from perfect. So he's getting so close to what he wants to do, and I'm proud of him because he's completely free to play, probably the best free to play player we got. And if it's someone like him, he's doing it out of principle. He's like, before I buy this, I want to prove that I can win an arena as a free to play. So I'm like, okay, that's respectable. But in the majority of cases, yeah, if you're playing this game like daily, checking on it multiple times a day, and you're not buying the passport, you are wasting a lot of time.
And see, here's the thing: you don't win anything for that. You don't get any attaboy or kudos or pat on the back for it. And the best case in point I can make is, well, Caro didn't scout for months, and then he just opened the floodgates up and scouted and got all these units and everything. And it's like, well, I mean, he made the game insanely hard on himself. He missed out on a whole bunch of stuff, and then he started doing the very thing he didn't do at the start of the game. And now he's doing that. It's just like it is what it is. But he hurt himself in the process. I mean, he got lucky with some of his pulls, but at the same time he handicapped himself by doing that. It's as opposed to if he was doing things kind of in moderation, like at least scouting, like you were. You scouted and you got some good units here and there, and then you got fucked when you used your nest egg. But you at least were able to make do. But he was like he took it to like the next level. He tied an arm behind his back, and he doesn't really get anything for that. Now, mind you, you can't get away with that in other gotchas, as Pac's saying. You can't really get away with that in a lot of games. I played games where if you didn't have the new unit, you got fucked. It's like, well, I don't have this new unit. I can't do half the things here, or I can't place an arena, or I can't do any of this stuff. And it's just like, well, I don't know, man. This sucks, but it's just the end of the day. If you're a long-term player in this game, you've got nothing to prove to anybody. I mean, you've toughed it out. I mean, you might as well just at least get the passport at this point because you've already, you've lost out on tons of rewards and they're just making the passport even better at this point. So it's like now you're just making it even harder on yourself. It's like, yeah, great, you didn't spend any money on this game and you got really far and you got this rank and that rank. That's great, but you also fucked yourself out of hundreds of K of gold and experience and other stuff doing that. And it's like, well, you really showed other people you didn't. Just buy the passport. Just do it. Just do it. Just buy it.
I mean, yeah, I can't disagree. If you're a daily player, like it was even good to get it before, right? Because you'd get whatever 90,000 gold a month extra, which is now 120,000. You get a lot more XP and XP scrolls. You get more skip tickets. I don't know if anyone mentioned that, but you probably get 120 more skip tickets. Maybe no.
Oh my god, that'd be
Yeah,
great. I'm happy about
yeah.
that.
You get 120 more skip tickets per month if you're a passport user, and you get two tries on the talent points system, which is going to be big because I heard one of those saves like one of those counts as 100 stamina. So doing one of those daily, even though it costs zero, counts as 100 stamina. So passport players get 200 stamina towards only towards the blossom, but that's insane. That's how many fucking hours worth of stamina? It definitely makes the passport more valuable by making the non-passport less valuable. So they've kind of made a genius move on that. It's like they've made it more valuable by taking away from the free-to-play players.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, they got to make their money somehow, and it's just one of those things where, I'm not saying go out there and start pulling out banners left and right because that can fucking burn you. You've learned that firsthand. I've learned that firsthand. But
Yeah.
I mean, when they give you these amenity systems, and it's not like they're asking like some games $20 for a month and they get all this stuff. It's $5, just $5, man. You blow through $5, no problem. I mean, I spent $13 on ice cream. It's just like that was two and a half passports right there. Two and a half
Yeah.
passports for Baskin Robbins. Just I would go for it. Fuck principle. Principle doesn't get you anywhere in this game. I mean, that's like me. I like chase CP ranks and all this other stuff, and I tried to get all high up there and maintain my rank, and all I did was spend a shitload of money. I didn't get anything out of being like, hey, I'm rank one. I'm rank one in this. And then Arena came around and I got my ass kicked. So, it's just like. But this week I kicked your guys' ass, so aha. Yeah, it doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean shit at all. It's like, exactly. It gets you fucking nowhere, Pack. So it's just like, you know what? Play the game. If you love the game, buy the passport. It is the best value for the game. And yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to have the passport unless you're, you know, you're somebody new, you're on the fence about this game, you've been playing for a couple weeks, and you really don't know if you're going to be into this game, then I probably wouldn't buy the passport. But I mean, if you're like Sauer, you're like somebody who's been here since like day one. I mean, if you don't have it already, they're upgrading it. Get it. Fuck pride. Fuck whatever crazy challenge you got. It's like you said, 100 extra stam for training. That's ridiculous. That's 3,000 extra stamina a month for towards blossoming development.
Yeah,
That's
it's
huge.
pretty.
And if they do open the floodgates up and they have like 50 something skill blossoming units as opposed to 12, that's going to be really hard for him to win arena. That's going to be his mission to do that. I don't see him doing it at that point. I mean, I don't see that happening. Oh,
Yeah,
Pack,
fuck.
people rip you off all the time.
Oh man. No, but it's kind of it's almost like we should be sponsored by this and get a cut because I feel like we're making a good sales pitch here. But I hate to admit it, but you're right. Like maybe he can still win, but he likes dragons just like me. So his first plan is to blossom Great Dragon. Well, I'm going to be able to do it at double his speed, right? Because of the passport. So it's going to be a tough road, but maybe he can still get it done.
I don't know. It's just getting harder. The longer we play this game, at first wasn't really sure how things were going to go, but now I'm seeing all these new names pop up and people being contenders in the CP leaderboards. You've got new guys coming in and throwing down some serious cash, and it's it's not getting any easier. At least the cheaters are going away. I didn't see any cheaters this week. That was surprising. I'm like looking around the board, like, who's fucking around? It's like that they're gone. At least they got rid of them. But well, I guess the cheaters saw the bug and they're like, well, we can't do anything with this. Fuck this game.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, the cheaters have been gone for a long time, unless I'm right. I have not seen them in a while. I've just seen us Discorders at the top nowadays.
I haven't seen any of them. They've disappeared. I didn't even see any when we were doing Atlas. I was looking on the Atlas boards and I didn't see any.
So that's good. Whatever happened, either they banned them all, or the ones they banned it sent a message to the other ones that they're going to easily lose their account if they don't stop, or I don't know, something happened, but they smartened up.
Which is good because it's like we don't have to play preventative measures anymore. But I mean, so we got the quality of life, we got the new passport, we've got all these events coming down the pipeline, and then you see what's going on in JP. So you've got future events too. I mean, this is fuck. This is crazy. I mean, it's better to be overloaded than like underwhelmed because like right now, I don't know. I look at the game like Halloween already got my lantern done, already good there. I'm bored, and it's like this was like 1 week where I didn't have to spend any money, didn't have to do anything. Even the event, it's like well, I don't have any of the new units for the banner, but it's like they're not that great. It's like what do I care if I get it for free? Great, maybe I'll get both of these units off the 5 tickets, but if not, I'm not worried about that anymore. It's a good feeling to have. It's good to have
Hmm.
extra money as opposed to being like, well, let's see how much this is gonna cost me today. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen because the skill blossoming, depending on what they do, we may have to come up with some plans for people because if it is going to be 50 something units and we're only able to max out like 2 a month on the S rank units, it's going to be very, very crazy. I don't know if I'd be like going for a Great Dragon or Metal Dragon at that point if they've opened up the roster. I mean, I'd probably say if I had to pick, Dark Lord's really good, and I'm trying to think who else would really stand out of like the if it was set up for those units. Dark Lord would be one. Who would you pick on the Blossom? I know, like I think you said True Lord Dragon form.
Yeah, sure. I guess if we make this hard, I could try a top three, or no, I'll just there aren't that many, so I'll just do a top few. Like Dragonlord True Form for sure. Boreal Dragon, he gets a nice one. Um, Actually, fuck, there's too many. I'll just say S for now. Dragonlord True Form, Metal Dragon, Great Dragon, and the fucking tentacles, the squid guy. I
Oh, Squidzilla. Yeah, Squid would definitely be up there for me if we get Baramos, because I know he's later. I would definitely do Baramos because I have a lot invested into him
Yeah,
and Dark Lord. Those would be the ones I would work on. Those would be my three.
really, Dark Lord over True Form. I thought you'd have. Do you have a lot of Dark Lord
I
awakenings?
have like four. I have like four Awakened on Dark Lords, as opposed
Oh
to I
wow.
think I have like one on True Lord. I'd have to look, but yeah, I'm pretty sure my Dark Lord's up there. I got lucky during like the yep. He's at four Awaken, and yeah, I would definitely do that for him. Do need to
Yeah,
work his skills up.
so it's yeah, and I was saying I don't know if you've heard, but I was kind of discussing, Squid may be a sleeper. I definitely don't think he'll be one of the best in the set, but the amount of things he can do is he can change the your arena game plan around because he's one of the first units I think we get that can move four and hit three. So if you don't understand what that means, it means that he can move four and hit those fuckers that have like something defensive placed in the back. He can just football tackle. And sure, he may not be able to teleport, but maybe that's a good thing. Um, do you know what I mean? And then we also have Metal Dragon that can move three, hit three, but the missiles are in a boom shape. So Metal Dragon and Squid are the only two that I can think of that can officially hit a really, really back row opponent, and that might be game changing in Arena.
Well, I mean, people slept on Royal Reptile because of his low movement. I mean, I would use Squid. I've got my Squid maxed out. I just think I need to level up his abilities. But I mean, if his Blossom is as good as people say it is in that regard, I'd hell yeah, I would do that. Because he's not exactly a pushover. He's got some meat to him. He can tank a hit. So I mean, it's not like Bareel, where if you throw Bareel into their back line, he's not coming out of it. This guy could definitely potentially take something out and also live through a barrage. And by the way, Pack, I just saw your message now. I'm assuming that show ended, and yeah, I would have joined that Pack if I saw that, but I was playing PS5.
Oh, are you saying? Oh, you're saying that here.
Yeah, I just saw it now. I'm like, oh, I was like, when was this? This was at 3:30 p.m. today. Well then,
Shit, he
my bad.
wanted you to be a guest on his podcast. You'll
Yeah,
just have to
yeah.
you'll just have to make it up to him next week. Pretend nothing happened. Be like, hey,
Yeah, like, hey guys, I'm gonna come on and talk to you how I did really well the week before because I wasn't paying attention to Discord.
yeah, and it's like, yeah, and we're actually not going to talk about this week. We'll just focus on the week before.
Yeah, fuck this no restrictions week, but yeah, that's not happening, Pack. I'm not trying again like that. Let's be honest here. I only did that because I had a severe advantage over everybody this week. Like I was just steamrolling people except for like four fights. So, but speaking of which, let's see here. We went over quality of life somewhat. We're gonna have a lot more here. Did they give an actual date? Is it going to be like the 1st of October? This is all coming by. Like, again, I didn't. I
Yeah.
barely watched the live stream, and apparently we didn't learn a lot about any of the real key issues. So it's like, it's kind of glad I spaced the fuck out on that one. No offense, Malcolm. Love you. No offense.
Malcolm did forget to show us one thing. He's probably busy doing some other stuff, but I don't know. Not that many people talked about this. So he showed the new S ranks that we can get, but he didn't show the new A ranks that we can get. And one of my biggest curiosities is if we get Boreal in the pool like JP does, and I don't see a reason we wouldn't. So Boreal Serpent might be added in the general pool, which is a really good thing because he's a really good unit. So it's to be optimistic.
Oh, he's definitely. I mean, he's saved me on more occasions than I could think. I mean, he's definitely came in handy this week. He's won me a lot of matches before, and he's also helped me muscle through some content. So, I mean, yeah, if they put him in the general pool, it wouldn't exactly be hateful for somebody to get a couple of awakenings on him. I mean, his only shortcoming is he's got low HP, but that'd be about
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, other than that, he hits really hard. It's really fucking hard. Um, I'm trying to think if there was anything I forgot or anything we haven't talked about because I have about 10 minutes left, which which might be good because we talked about most of everything. But I'm
Right.
trying.
And we're almost to the hour mark anyway. We've got 5.5 minutes or so left. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I didn't bring up, but we. So all the questions I wanted answered by the live stream are still not answered. So it's like, well, I'm gonna find out next week maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you're gonna be known as a legend this week because not only did you use the bug to win, but you're gonna get compensated for the bug you chose to win. That's next level thing. It's next level.
And just again, kids, I didn't rush into arena, so I was safe. I waited. I never rush in. In fact, I've got my matches still. I'll probably play them tomorrow morning because I'm lazy. But I let dust settle,
I
and
guess we'll have to
then I
get
just
in like
go in there.
I guess we'll just have to give credit to Shark Eye for the assist. You know.
Shark Guy's the best. He took one for the team, and then yeah, he really took one for the team. I think he got like 1,000 this week. Poor guy, he was done. He's like, I fucking hate
Well,
this week.
you
How
know, sometimes the
many
team.
how many arena tokens do you have saved up anyway?
Okay, I gotta look. I can't look now because I'm using my phone to stream. But I would say 9,000
Oh,
right
that's
now.
not bad. Even with my slacking, I'm at 7,100. So, and then we'll get the compensation. So we'll have the new unit whenever. Oh, that's another thing. Is the new arena unit coming out with this update? Do we
Oh
know about
fuck
that?
yeah. Um, I think he's coming out soon. He has to be coming out really soon.
Okay, so we don't know.
So
So it's like you think we have no idea. That was another question. I was like, maybe somebody found out. If no, okay. So I would say in terms of the live stream, I don't know, man. I think Malcolm needs like somebody to come on and help guide him and call point, kind of like we do here, to, like kind of bounce ideas off of each other because he was running solo and nobody would could be like, hey, well, what about this or what about that. Instead, it's like we don't know we have no idea what's going on. I'm confused.
yeah, the crazy part, if I think about it, is that I could just fully awaken Rainbow Cat on day one, but I'm definitely not going to.
Why wouldn't you?
Just like, well, I don't know. I mean, there probably wouldn't be much risk to it, but I'm looking more forward to the unit that comes after this one because the JP Insight, it's like an inorganic knight, and I want to make sure I have 10,000 for that guy.
So
But I mean,
here's
I
the
should.
thing: with how they launch those units, do you really think they would launch it before you had an extra 10,000?
I mean, that's a good point. If I fucking somehow get to 10,000 before this guy, and that's with buying all of Halberd, even two or three junk gold armors, and fucking all the stuff I bought, and I still have almost 10,000. That's yeah,
I mean,
you're right. Like
because Arena started what in April, and now we're into let's see here, we're into October almost, and we're now getting a new unit. So I mean, it's like May, June, July, August, September, like 6 months to get a new unit. Now maybe if they do accelerate that timetable, let's say it's even 3 months. Well, all you have to buy is the unit. There's nothing else to buy at this point. There's no new armors. There's nothing crazy. It's you're in the clear.
yeah, it's just that I want to make complete sure that I get that guy fully awakened, and like quite honestly, what reason do I have for awakening Rainbow Cat? Like just from what I've heard, it's bad in PvP, it's bad in PvE. I I
It's
don't
free.
understand why anyone would. I mean, yeah,
It's free.
it's free.
That's it's free, and that's about it. I mean, it's a free unit, and it gets you some mastery levels. Why not? And
Yeah,
maybe it has more use than we think. Because again, it's one thing what we hear from people. It's another thing when we actually use these fucking units and get down to really getting an idea of them. Because people said Baramos was awful, and Baramos had saved my ass multiple occasions. So I don't trust a lot of that stuff because you don't know why it was awful. Was it awful because there was like all these other units on the table that they had? Like Baramos would have been less useful if Giuliante came out 3 months earlier, but well, Giuliante didn't come out 3 months earlier.
it's true actually. I got like that was a big oversight. on their part, and especially when we first started this game, JP really did act like they knew everything, and I think that's had an effect on us for a while. And now we're just like more experimental, be like, yeah, we'll be the judge of if this is good or not good, right? And we kind of got more
Right.
individual
Plus, our
thinking.
timeline is different too. Our timeline is just, well, we're like getting fast tracked, so we don't know what's gonna be good, what's gonna be bad, and we'll see when we get there. So, yeah, I mean, we'll have like 3 months. We may not even have the cat yet. We may not even get the cat till November for all we fucking know. But anyway, it's been an hour. I know you got to get ready to do stuff soon, and thank you again for doing this and us getting back on track. We didn't really have, well, we had a lot to talk about today. I mean, we probably missed some stuff. Let's be honest. There's just so much there, but I think the update's coming out this week, so we'll have more to talk about then when it actually lands, and we'll see what's what, and if anybody actually did watch the full live stream and wants to correct us on some of the stuff here, that would be great. And if you didn't, I'm not holding it against you because apparently Trop didn't watch the full thing, and well, I watched like 10% of it.
Yeah, so I at least watched some of it. Like in a way, it's good, you know. Kage had stuff to do. I had a vacation. You know, it's been a little while, but I feel like we kind of made it up to you guys because we talked about a lot of shit on this one. And then next week we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about too. Like once everything gets released, we'll be able to give our thoughts of it, some advice. You know, Kage can give you advice. I can give you advice. What we think you should bloom, how we think you should. Yeah, I think
It
we'll
all
have some.
depends. It all depends what's on the table. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. We'll see you next time. You all have a good night. Take care.
Good night, guys.